Virgil, Prima Eclogae, Episode 18. Tityrus. Ante leves ergo pascentur in aether recervi, et freta deis tituent nudos in elitora pisces, ante perdratis ambordrum finnibus exul, aut ardradrim partus bibet aut Germania tigrim, quam nostri lius labatur pectora vultus. And we note the elision there between nostro and ilius. Tityrus now replies to his friend Meliboeus as the two shepherds go back and forth in their conversation. And he says, before, then, therefore, the leves cervi, masculine plural and nominative, the nimble stags or deer, cervi is the masculine plural, as I've said, modified by leves. Before then, they shall graze in the sky, in aethere. Pascentur is the future indicative of the third conjugation deponent verb pascor pasci, which means to feed or pasture. The presence, therefore, of this e indicates that it is a future tense. So that will happen before, and before, again, the freta, these are the shallows of the water near the beach. This is the neuter plural nominative of the second declension noun fretum freti. So these will abandon their nudos pisces, their barren, empty fish on their shore. Probably they are nudos of water, that is, they'll wash up on the shore and die. That will happen before, and before, so ante, or sooner, because we're going to get quam in just a minute, before the exul, the refugee, the fugitive, the exile, when the borders, finibus, of both of them have been thoroughly traversed, per eratis. Per eratis finibus is an ablative absolute, and this exile either shall drink, the Parthian shall drink from the Arar river, this is a river in Germany, or a representative of Germany, Germania, here in the feminine singular, and really standing as the place, or Germany shall drink from the Tigris. So both Ararim and Tigrim are accusative objects of the future verb bibet. And bibet has two subjects, Parthus and Germania. So notice the organization of this line. We have out, so A for out, then Ararim, B, the accusative object, and Parthus, C, the subject. Then the verb bibet, then out again, then Germania, the subject, C, and then Tigrim, the accusative object, B. So you can see A, B, C, D, A, C, B. There is a kind of mirror between subjects and objects. There's a repetition, and the verb is placed right in the center. So each of these things shall happen. The deer shall graze in the heavens. The fish shall lie abandoned on the shore, or the shallows shall abandon the fish on the shore, and an exile, whether a Parthian or a German, will sample from the wrong river, Ararim and Tigrim, in very opposite geographical locations. Each one of these things will happen before, quam, ante quam, sooner than. These are often written together in prose and separated in poetry, as they are here, ante quam, before vultus ilius, the face of that man, his face, meaning the ille, the divinely appointed man who restored to Tityrus his fields and fortunes. Before his face, vultus ilius, slips away from my heart, nostro pectore. This verb labatur is the third conjugation verb labor, labi, and so the I here tells us that this form is subjunctive. Notice how nostro, an adjective, corresponds to pectore, and ilius, a pronoun functioning adjectively, you might say, showing possession, is related to vultus. Both nouns, noun, adjective, and preposition, and the verb is central. Now, these unnatural sort of relationships, these things that could never happen naturally, this is a poetical device, this kind of description, a poetical device called adunaton. And the poets are very fond of this, to describe something crazy and strange, unusual, deer pasturing in the heavens, fish on the shore, and even here one in the realm of human society, another instance of adunaton. And this is a picture of the head of a Parthian soldier with the characteristic chin strap.